In this episode, I'm going to show you 3 things you can do with the Lastolite HiLite. Perfectly white backgrounds plus 2 other things that will blow your mind.
Adorama TV presents Exploring Photography with Mark Wallace.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Exploring Photography right here on Adorama TV. It's the place that has everything for photographers. Well, we have a really cool thing for photographers. It's this thing right back here. This is called the Lastolite HiLite, and it is a tool that will allow you to get perfectly white backgrounds. Now, the way this works is it's sort of like a softbox, except for it's gigantic, and there are 2 flashes, one on each side, that bounce light all around, and so you get this nice, perfectly evenly lit background. Well, that's what it's made for, but you can do other things with it as well. You can use it for a softbox, you can use it for shooting not as a strobe, but as sort of natural light. You can get some really interesting effects, and so I want to show you how this works and some things that you can do with it. And to do that, I've asked Lucy to join me. She is a fantastic model. Thank you for joining us. Now, what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you how you can use the HiLite to get perfectly white backgrounds. So, Lucy, we're going to have you stand right about here. Now, I'm going to have you hold this as well. What we're doing is a normal 3-light setup, basically. And so we've got our HiLite. We've already metered this. It meters at about f14. We have a nice beauty dish right here. That is on Lucy right there. And then we're going to make sure we have some nice fill light. So I have this Omega silver reflector. I'm going to bring this in, sorry about that. And now we've got our key, our fill, and then the HiLite is back there, and it works sort of as a hair light. Because it's such high key, it works spectacularly well. Now, this is perfect for anybody that needs to consistently get white backgrounds. And you know, if you've illuminated seamless white or tried to do some things, sometimes you get light fall off, you get problems, you get metering issues, you get blown out highlights. Well, with the HiLite, all of that sort of goes away. And to show you that, instead of talking about it, I'm going to grab my camera, we're going to shoot a few photos, and I'll show you the results, and then we're going to move on to some other things. So let's start shooting right now. Well, we've used the HiLite in the way it was designed to be used, but the cool thing is you can use it for other things as well. Because it's a huge light source, what I want to do next is, instead of shooting with my PocketWizard and using it with a strobe, I'm actually going to open up my aperture. I'm shooting at 1.4 wide open with my 50mm lens. I'm going to put my camera in aperture priority mode, and we're going to shoot as if that was natural light. So, Lucy, I'm going to have you hold this. We're going to have you go back there just a little bit. We're going to move things around a little bit. This reflector right here, I'm going to move it right over here on the other side of Lucy. And now what we have is, if I grab this, we have this large light source, and it's lighting this side of her face. We have a dark background. This is a reflection, and so we're using this as if this was just sort of natural light. No strobe. This is just all natural light. So I'm using this with a wide open aperture at 1.4. Watch these beautiful results. So we'll have you look this way. Now, just something to note. I'm having Lucy look sort of into this so we get specular highlights in her eyes. If she looks straight forward, so let's have you turn the other way, so all the way this way, her eyes sort of become too dark. So if you're doing this, make sure that you position your model into the light so that we get some really nice specular highlights in her eyes, or catch lights in her eyes, or else she won't look perfect. Okay, that is gorgeous. So at 1.4, I'm shooting at about 125th of a second, which, oh, this is beautiful. Look at that. So at 125th of a second, I can shoot handheld all day long. These are really shallow depth of field shots, and so that makes her hair fall out of focus. It's just a beautiful lighting setup, and we don't have to do anything else except for just sort of move this reflector around. So we have our second lighting setup in about 10 seconds. It's awesome. So I'm going to shoot some of those, and then we're going to go on to our third lighting setup. All right, let's shoot a few. Beautiful. I love that right there. All right, well, I think these shots are beautiful, but there's one more thing we can do with the HiLite, and that is to, again, use it as a strobe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little PocketWizard here and put it back on my camera, and now when I fire this, it will trigger that, and instead of having this behind Lucy here, we're going to have it behind me, and it'll act as a giant softbox. Now, to do this, I'm going to move everything out of the way, so if you can just hold that for a second. Move this over here. Now this beauty dish, we don't need this anymore, so I'll turn that off. And then what we're going to do is, now that we have this giant soft light coming this way, we're going to add this silver reflector here. This is actually a foam core insulation panel you can get at any home improvement store, but it's got this really nice specular aspect to it, so it's going to be really awesome against this gray dress here. We've already metered this at 5.6, and so what we're going to do is we're going to have you turn just a little bit, just take a step that way. Perfect. And now we're going to take some shots, and these are going to look fantastic. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us for this episode of Exploring Photography. Here is Cody and Tosca. Maybe some of you have missed them. They are in the studio here while I'm in the United States, and they are doing just fine, aren't you? Hey, this thing is awesome because you can put it on a background support system. You can fly it from the ceiling. It works in small spaces. You can do all kinds of things with it. And as you can see, it's really simple to get more than just one thing out of this. You can use it as it was designed to get some really nice high-key lighting, but you can also use it for some other things. In fact, you could probably even put this horizontally if you're going to shoot products or cars or anything like that. And so it's pretty awesome. If you want more ideas for photo shoots, lighting setups, all of that kind of stuff, don't forget to check out the Adorama Learning Center. Thank you, Lucy, for joining us. Thank you, Cody and Tosca, for being here in the studio today. Don't forget to subscribe to Adorama TV. It's absolutely free, and that way you don't miss a single episode. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.
Do you want great looking prints at low cost? Be sure to visit our easy to use online printing service. Adorama Pix has professionals who treat your images with the utmost care that you can count on. For a quick turnaround on photos, cards, or albums, use AdoramaPix.com.